like there was a part, I think it was the Canadian part. Well, we could talk about that too, because that was one of the highest viewed parts in all of skating.
Oh, the Canada video, right?
Yeah, where it starts with the huge backside and you got like
a million views.
That's a good one.
True fish brains both ways, and like how it made it to the news. So how did that all manifest?
That could be a proudest moment, I guess. It's just
one of them,
to
right?
not think about it too hard. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know. That was all circumstance lucky. What's up, boys? Yeah. What are you saying? Proudest moment and.
Or let's talk about that. Let's just talk about the section, the creation of the section.
Talk about the long backside.
Okay.
You do have the viral backside over like the overpass and whatever.
There was some Prince of Persia or whatever, princess somewhere in the Middle East that shared just the backside clip, and it had like 20 million views on Facebook.
Prince of Persia
Some
shared?
guy I don't know where.
What?
Like an actual prince?
Like a prince of a real place with 10 million followers or something.
He saw the backside, he was stoked?
He shared it on, and that was probably the most it got viewed. I saw it way back years ago, but it was something of some prince of somewhere. Saudi prince or something. That was cool. I don't know. Okay.
And then that made the section blow up because your section has 1 million views.
I don't think it blew up from that.
What did it blow up from?
I don't know.
What skate sections have 1 million views?
I think it made it to the news, though.
It was on the news. Yeah, people were writing me and calling me from everywhere. It was on the metro while they were riding to work. It was on their TV channel. It was everywhere over those few weeks. Mm-hmm. I don't know, like where. I didn't really see it, I guess, but that was cool to I posted that and then watching the numbers shooting up. Mm-hmm. It's pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be the most viewed skate edit, I think, on a skate section, I think.
Could be. It's in there. But a lot have been getting a lot more recently as well, right?
Not 1 million.
No.
A couple 100,000 maybe?
That's pretty big, a couple hundred. Like 10,000, 20,000, I think is a pretty big number. So to there were all these other sections coming out at that time, and then there was Richie's part 1 million views. I remember because I was putting out sections back then. I was like, how the f- did he do that? I was like, I want to do that, Richie.
It used to be 10,000 in a day. I thought that was a good thing. That's a good target.
Yes,
Let's
exactly.
get 10. Yeah. Okay, cool. 20. Oh shit, this is awesome.
Yeah.
But then that was it just kept going. I don't know. It's got to be about the backside, I guess, for sure.
Yeah.
Got to have a good start.
It's hard to
people switch off on YouTubes and stuff, right?
It's hard to know what transitions well to people who don't blade. But that long backside, I think, not only obviously is super cool in blading, but to people outside, it just looks not even possible.
Yeah, it's like surfing.
It's video
surfing
stuff.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I've always liked to do that. I love to do something where it's something really simple, where grandma or some your boss at work or something will appreciate it, but then maybe a twist where at least my skating friends will still be excited about it or something, So I saw that a couple of years earlier than that trip, and I was like, I'm gonna do this rail one day. And then I was meant to film in Barcelona. I broke a rib or I did something, I couldn't do it. Then I went home to film in Canada and with Dustin broke his ankle or something. He was out, and then I just hit up Danny Beer and was like, we should make something together. And he's like, oh, I got a house for the next 2 months with nothing to do, pretty much. He was in Leon's house, and school started in a while. So that was it. Mm-hmm. I'd never met Danny Beer before that. I just flew there. I liked his videos. He liked my videos. I was like, I'm coming to meet you and live with you for 6 weeks, and let's do this. And he was into it. So
it's the Canadian connection right there.
Yeah, that's what
Canada's
it is.
Pretty chill. Yeah. And Leon wasn't even in
Did you play hockey growing up? I played hockey.
Yeah, pretty much.
He let me live in. Leon wasn't there, and he let us stay in his place for probably 6 weeks by the end. So yeah, Canada, awesome.
Canada connection, the Canada Connect.
Huge shout out to Danny and Leon for making that section a reality.
Yeah. Danny and Leon were a big part of that section being a thing, especially Danny. He came with me every day, and he's an inspiration and kills it with the camera, kills it skating. So it was awesome.
Yeah. This is when Danny was still going up the ranks and becoming before the Danny Beer that we all know today.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you seen old Danny Beer?
Yes.
Parts? Old ones?
You know what's funny? I actually got into it.
We were talking about that recently.
By way of, because we had Colin Kelso on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, Colin's what we were talking about.
And he was get into old Danny Beer. The old Danny Beer parts.
It's really sick. He's transitioned into what he does now. You can see it the whole way.
Coming.
And it's so sick to see every stage of his skating was so good, no matter what it was.
Shout out Danny Beer, legend.
Yeah.
So that was a really cool one. I don't know. He didn't have anything really. He was pretty free, and then I went there to do that. So we pretty much skated every day, maybe 1 or 2 clips a day, pretty much. Mostly missions. A lot of rain. But that backside, Nick wanted me to say the backside took 6 different days.
6 days?
Yeah.
How did it take so long?
Because there was so much traffic. First of all, all the homies thought I couldn't do it. It's too long, or that no one could do. And then one night we went there without much wax or anything and just jumped on. And because it's so fat, I was like, no, you can balance on this. So we filled in all the cracks. There was all those earthquake cracks, deep cracks. So we filled those with like a Bondo, duct taped. And then I would hit some of those duct tapes and the Bondo would explode and I would like lose control.
That rail was duct taped together?
Well, there was like
the cracks,
13 or 14 like huge cracks, like an inch deep, 2 inch wide, and another for earthquakes. So the rail
like they disconnect. Okay, I got you.
It can like push, it can whatever move if it has to. Mm-hmm. So those things were just like kicking me off. So we filled it with that stuff, and then it's high traffic, so there's always cars in the lane, and then there's people walking up, and if someone's walking up, it takes them like 15 minutes to walk up. So we got to stand there and. You can't do it if it's a tiny little sidewalk. So Danny with his camera, me out of control. We got to wait for. So we would go there. We would wait like 2-3 hours. Try 3-4 tries.
No.
3-4 tries in 2 hours.
No.
3 hours.
Yeah.
What?
Sometimes.
How rough is that when you see someone just like you're feeling like, oh, I got it this time, and then someone like starts slowly walking up, like 80-year-old man and stuff, but you're like, no.
I'd be feeling it. I'd get halfway and then hit one of those cracks and just get like. Torn off, or suddenly I'm about to go, and then someone's coming up or down.
Yeah. So how many hours total was in that whole thing? The 6 days.
20, maybe. I don't know.
20 hours.
About 6 days, I think. Like ish 6 days. 3-4 hours each day.
Oh my god.
Of those spread out. Like we tried early, it wasn't working. We came back a week later with some new ideas. On the last day, I fly out tomorrow. It's the last day. We're going to go for Thanksgiving, and all the Vancouver skaters were having like a Thanksgiving dinner and invited us. And we're like, no, we're going to go get this clip.
Yeah.
So, all right. So we went, and then I blew up a bearing. We have like 20 minutes of sunlight. So I went to Leon's. It was at the bottom of the hill, changed the wheel, went back up. And then it was like 2 tries or something. Then I just got it. Like it was just done. Mm-hmm. So we thought Thanksgiving would have less traffic, so that's
what I was thinking too. When
and
you
it
said
was the last day. So.
Yeah. How did you celebrate that? After 20 hours of trying to hit
this rail? What did we do? I don't know.
Did you get any
we were excited, And Leon
day?
lived like right after we land. We turn around and like basically go in and up the building. So I don't know what we did, but it was good energy. But then the next day I was flying to Lima to go with the boys on a little trip, and I wanted like an ender because that was the intro. We decided. I said from the beginning, like this is the first clip. We could go down the whole rail, fisheye. So then we needed an ender. So on the way to the airport in the morning, I jumped that like little alley or whatever.
You made a really good...
We kept hustling right to the end.
Yeah, you made a really good point about that too, because it was like the opening trick. Usually when we make sections, we think of like the enders.
Right.
But that was like the opening trick. And I wonder how that affects a skate edit and how it views too, because if that was the last trick in this section, that section probably wouldn't have gotten that many views because people would like clicked on it and be like, oh, what the fuck is this? And turned off it, But a million views, you see that big front side, and then it kind of like brings you in more than the ender is.
Yeah. You're trying, like, I think you're kind of tricked into watching until it ends or falls. And by then you're like, oh, let's keep watching this, whatever this is.
Yeah.
So it worked like that. I used to try to always start with like a lot of falls, get like an audience laughing or something, and then show tricks. Try to like shape the mood of the viewer or something. Yeah.
Anyway, people got to focus on beginners more than enders. I think that's what it is.
Yeah. I think especially now, everyone with like this TikTok and all this stuff, like no attention span.
Yeah, well, they say like it's like 2 seconds or 2.5 seconds, like the attention span of people. Like if you don't have something in the first 2 seconds, like people just swipe off right away. So you need to like catch them instantly.
What's your first 2 seconds on the show?
My first 2 seconds, what?
What's the first seconds of Jump Street? Do you have this? Have you guys nailed this one? You know how to keep
for like TikTok and shit?
Stuck in? No, I mean on YouTube.
On YouTube, it's the intro.
It's the theme song.
It's the intro.
It's the theme song.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We got Brian Sheemer royaling IMYTA, Chris Haffey, 540 Kind Grind.
Right.